Hey everyone, and welcome to a deck profile for Belo Betty set 11. If you've seen recently, there was a ton of tournaments lately where Belo Betty topped and won, which is crazy to see just how well this kind of goes into the current meta with a lot of blue-purple Luffy and green-purple Luffy, and how well this deck performs against it. This list, and we'll look at a lot of them real quick. There was quite a few, right? As you can see, recently there was a lot of tops from like all regions, you know, like there was EU, NA, Mexico, a lot of them had pretty good placements. This is the list we're going to try out today. Maybe we'll try a few, honestly, because I'm interested in some ratio changes and choices the players made. Obviously, shout out to the pilots and the creators of the list. A one of on the stage is interesting. I haven't run like that low of copies before, truly. I haven't tried this promo Sabo, so I'm interested to see how this performs in play. Obviously, it's another way we can add life to our hand if we're getting starved out, which can be quite important in a lot of matches. I think this is a more recent promo now. But yeah, interesting choices. As we can see, this was the, I think, Toronto second place. Yeah. Which I think they had a mirror match for like first and second, I want to say, or one of the regions did. But this player is running the 7-cost Sabo as a one of 3 of the stage. They're running the newer EBO2 Sabo that can buff one of your other characters, which can be quite useful. I've come to think after playing Belo Betty for a while. There's a lot of times where you just don't want to pitch for leader ability, and it's not really wise to. So something like Sabo that can rest himself to buff one of your characters to gain their power requirements effect, like Karasu when attacking, or the 4-cost Ivankov to cheat something out, could be quite useful. So I definitely see the use case scenario in this. But yeah, so cool to see how many different lists and everything. But before we get into it, if you want to support me in this channel, obviously check out Nen Garden. Use my coupon code StrawHatPecan for 5% off on top of their sales. And yeah, very cool to see so many Belo Bettys. I've always kind of touted this deck as a very cheap one to get into the game with if you like aggression aggro decks. Apologies for, I feel like Belo Betty might be a lot of players' dreaded deck to play against, because quite realistically, there's a lot of times where the game is over before 10 dawn if the Belo Betty sees all of their pieces, i.e. like 2 Karasu, and they get to go second, right? With the Zeus coming in set 11, just a way to get through blockers, a really nice 2K, again, helps us if we're getting starved out. Really, really nice stuff. For Morley, really cool to see. I like this card, just the unblockable aspect of it. I guess there's a lot of 8-cost Katakuri blockers out and about, so having multiple unblockable could just be your way to get game, right? I think before some lists had cut down Morley in terms of some copies, but honestly, I'm just interested to play with this promo and see how I like less copies of stage. You know, we do have Belo Betty Searcher already, so maybe that, and the fact that we're taking life with a lot of our cards with 4 of the koala. Some lists previously had run, I've played with lists that ran like 2 of, 3 of, but running a 4 of, taking our own life a lot. We are going to see more of our pieces, hopefully, that we need to find. Obviously, your best 4 dawn turn is Ivankov into Karasu with a Searcher on the board, or like a Kuma or any 2-cost from the previous 2 dawn turn, so that way you can, you know, buff your board with the Ivankov to cheat out the Karasu, and then swing with one of our characters and leader against a minused leader. Very nice stuff. But let's get into it. Again, shout out to the authors of the list. Congrats to everyone who got top placements at the recent regionals. Belo Betty is and always will be a fun deck, for me at least. I like that it is fairly cheap and accessible in that way. But if you are unfamiliar with the leader, she is Revolutionary Army, 4 life, red and yellow, 5k power. Activate main once per turn. You may discard 1 card with the Revolutionary Army type from your hand, give up to 3 of your Rebel Army type or cards with trigger plus 3,000 power. So it is pretty detrimental to our hand size, obviously, so that's why cards like the Sabo and Koala can be kind of useful, even if you're not getting starved out, just to get more resources to hand. We got our Searcher. Just look at top 5 for Rebel Army other than Belo Betty. We got Koala. This is very crucial of a card for 2 Dawn to minus something by 3,000 power. 1, it can come into play with KOing things with Lindbergh. Actually being able to KO a 6k power character is very nice. She becomes a 6k swing with leader ability, but also this is our way to get through an 8 cost kid. If your opponent has the 8 cost kid and you minus it to a 5k power character, it's so easy to get through, especially when you're swinging like 8 and 9ks at it, multiple for in a turn. So very crucial to keep Koala in hand. We're not really looking to counter out too much. Obviously, with so many trigger bodies, you don't mind getting hit against your life, right? We got Kuma, very important early game play and possibly late game play. On play for 2 Dawn, KO one of your opponent's characters with 2,000 power or less. Trigger, if your leader is multicolor, you can just play him for free, which is nice, because also the on play will work on your opponent's turn. It's not your turn on play. This can help you get rid of chump blockers, very like low cost, low power blockers. Any searchers that repeatedly search, like Lafitte or Momonosuke or Bonnie and Green Yellow Law, stuff like that, can be very nice. He's also just another good 2 Dawn play if you have nothing else out, because again, on 4 Dawn, you want to play out Ivankov, use leader ability to pitch, buff Ivankov, and like the 2 cost or 1 cost we had out on board, play out Karasu, and then swing these guys in leader into your opponent's leader. Really nice 4 Dawn play. We got the Rush Inazuma 3/4/1 conditional rush. So as long as you have a character other than this card with 7,000 power more, this card gains rush. That can be 2 of this card, but just as long as you have another card. If that other card loses its power or dies, this loses rush, just so be wary of that. Then we got Morley, our 3/5 no counter. When attacking, if this character has 7,000 power or more, becomes unblockable, and then trigger, you can discard a card to play it. Very nice. We got our Ivankov that when has 7,000 power can cheat out a 4 or less Rebel Army other than Ivankov, or no, not 4 or less, 5,000 power or less, which is pretty much all of our 4-ups, I guess. Then we got the Karasu, 4/5/1 on play, and when attacking, minuses one of your leader characters, opponent's leader characters by 1,000 power. The one attacking obviously has to have 7,000 power or more. This is kind of like the running theme. Such a strong card, especially when you have more than one on the board. It becomes almost impossible to counter out of your entire board swings. We got the Lindbergh that we talked about. 4/5/1 when attacking, you can KO a character with 3,000 power or less if you have that 7k power or more. Same thing as Morley. You can discard a card to play it out of life. Then we got the 5/6 Ivankov that looks at top 3 and plays a Rebel Army with 5,000 power or less. This can be this Ivankov, but also I think it's nice that it can play out this Sabo too, right? In case you're getting starved out, just like a way to cheat out a body for free off the deck and not your hand, and then also this can get you a life. Pretty nice. Then we got Zeus, again, very situationally, very good. A 2k counter. So many yellow decks are just running this because it can KO a 5 cost character for just 2 Dawn. To get through a blocker like that is very Dawn efficient. Then speaking of blockers, we have our Karasu blocker, plays for free out of life if you and your opponent have a total of 5 or less life. That's like the newer system of the triggers, right? As opposed to the old one where it didn't matter how much life you had, you just had to discard a card. This is nice because it's just a free blocker, obviously. And then Sabo being a 2k counter and also can help you if you're being starved out. That activate main, put the top or bottom card from your life cards into your hand, and then this character gets plus 1,000 power. So it becomes a 5/6. And then obviously he has a Revolutionary Army type, so you can buff it with leader ability, and a 2k counter at the end of the day is very nice. So we actually have like a decent amount of 2ks in the deck. Then we got the Koala, that's a 6/6 blocker, no counter. On play, at the top or bottom of your life to your hand. Then you can play a cost 4 or less Rebel Army character from your hand, then draw a card. Important to remember the sequencing of that when you're playing in person, right? You draw the card last, so that way that card that you draw isn't the one that you play out. However, you take the life first, so if the card you take from life is better than what you're about to play out, you can obviously play out that card from life. And then we have one of our stage, just trash a card from your hand, and then rest the stage, look at the top 3 for a Revolutionary Army type card. Previously, I've really liked this card at like 4 copies, 3 copies, just to always find Karasu. We'll see though. We'll see. Obviously, this did very well at regional, so not doubting the player in any way in terms of the deck building, but I don't know. I always just liked being able to find my Karasu. So we'll see how it goes. Get in some games, and then yeah, maybe we'll try out some of the other lists. Maybe we'll do that in another video. But let me know down in the comments if you've been playing Belo Betty, thoughts on the deck, anything you've changed, done differently, and had success or enjoyed. But yeah, definitely really nice to see a deck profile that is very cheap to make. A lot of these are commons, uncommons, some rares, a couple of SRs that are fairly cheap. I don't know how much this promo Sabo is. This might be the most expensive card in the deck. I don't know. But yeah, let's get into some games. We got Blackbeard. Honestly, pretty scary. Especially that he gets to... Oh, he takes second. Or first. We're going second? Interesting. We have a Searcher to hopefully find our 4-cost Ivankov. Probably won't get on plays. We don't know. We got Ivankov. So, honestly, we'll take another Karasu. Oh, the stage is there, but no, we'll just take another Karasu. We'll just take another Karasu, right? And then we'll pass. So, yeah. Obviously, Doc Q, very sad. I feel like we probably do need to swing into that, which is unfortunate. We'll see. Because if he just plays out a Van Augur the following turn and we don't get our own plays, then we won't be able to do much against him. So let's go here. Go boom, go bam, pitch, you, buff you, obviously play out you, and then pass. So that's the good thing about having 2 of them. And that next turn we can just play out two bodies, right? One with Ivankov, one with... he did not swing at us, right? Yeah, so that's unfortunate. But that's why the Sabo is there, I feel like, the new 5-cost, because it's an activate main, which is very good against Blackbeard when he's just not going to swing at you. Maybe I should... I don't know. If I didn't swing at the Doc Q, I know a Van Augur would have came out this turn and just gotten rid of my Karasu, and it would have felt stupid. We'll see. Kuzan. What does he have in his trash? Just a Burgess. Okay, he plays that out immediately just to draw a card. His Burgess would be pretty beefy. That's a beefy Burgess. That's a big burger. And then pitches for search. Finds a Lafitte Searcher. Do you swing at me? Or... Nope. Okie dokie. So that is very unfortunate. Hate to see that, really. Let's pitch you. Buff, buff. Let's play out our second Karasu. Let's go boom bam. Let's go boom bam. Let's go boom bam. Let's go boom bam. And pass. We have such a powerful, strong hand, but it's a matter of he's not swinging at us, which is so rude. And we don't have the Sabo to get us life, and the Koala and the 5-cost Ivankov that would help us in a situation like this when we're getting starved out can't do anything because no on plays. So that's why really nice to... So he's a 7k. I can't really save Karasu, but I can save from a 5k swing one of my bodies. At this point, maybe we just try to save as many bodies as we can and go for game, right? don't know what he's got in his hand. He obviously pitched the 7-drop, which can't really get rid of anything right now. Whatever he swings at on board, it's gone, right? That is just the unfortunate part. But does he have the answer? 5, we'll go 1. So yeah, we saved 1 body. So we'll have hopefully 3 swings from board, 1 from leader to go for game the following turn. Gets rid of the Ivankov. So he has an answer to one of the Karsus. Because if not, then he's going to become a 3k power leader. He does, because he's going to Van Augur Doc Q. And then we just have to hope with our 3 swings we get him. 5 cards in hand, 4k leader. I don't know. Don't know. But yeah, this is definitely a good use case. Wait, did he just do the wrong card? Because he could have... Wait, does he not have a Van Augur? Oh, he has Tempest kicked. Okay, fair enough. Makes sense. Okay. We just KO that with the when attacking from Lindbergh. So let's pitch you. Buff that. Go 9, KO the blocker. Cool. Let's go 9 at 4, and then we'll go 11 at 4. Could have went 10 and 10, but I mean, hopefully he dies. I don't know. Cool. I don't think there's anything that could stop the leader swing. There's no Beji. Okay, thankfully we got it there. GG. We got Katakuri. We are going second. We will mulligan. Okay. So we have something at least. We can play out Kuma, just have a body. That's very important to just have something on the board. Big swing at us. Take and pitch. Part of me wants to pitch the Morley, but I think we want to keep that for category blocker and other blockers just down the line. Let's go. You go 5 at 4. Okay. We do get a lot of value with the 2 swings. However, I almost want to just keep my board standing since I don't have anything to really go wide with. Like, I don't mind getting hit again. Do I? I don't know. I think I do want to use this. I don't know. I don't think he has anything to really remove the board. But also, he only has 1 swing either way. And we got a 2k out of his hand. So he's probably just going to swing at Kuma. And we'll still have the Lindbergh. Right? I think with this deck, it could be really beneficial to just end it fast. Ooh. Yeah, so that's actually perfect use case of the Koala. Go here. Boom. Just buff with the Morley. Go bam, bam, bam. Let's go swing first to the block with the Lindbergh. Just get the blocker out of the way. I know it's a little bit awkward because now he's not minused. This is actually going to be really awkward because we're going to swing with the Karasu to make him a 4k leader. So we do get 2 2ks, it looks like. Nice. And then we'll just swing 6 with lead. And play on Morley. Or no. Wait. No, I pitched Morley. I'm stupid. Okay, we're going to play out Koala because I'm stupid. Ooh, he counters out of that. Yeah, definitely dumb. I forgot I pitched Morley. Goldfish brain. Okay, listen. I just finished up at the gym, so that's my excuse, okay? It's pretty hot out, to be honest, all right? But honestly, now we've got him thinking, because what's that dot open for? I don't even know. That's the thing. I don't even know. Yeah, 9. It was dead anyway. This is perfect. Take top life. play out you. Draw. Oh, Belo Betty. Okay, let's pitch you to go buff, buff, buff. Let's go 5 at life. We're gonna just attach 2 down here. And then we'll go 6. So this is an example of somehow he got away to KO the Lindbergh, since that's the only 7k power statline character. The Inazuma would lose Rush, right? And then we'll go 7, KO nothing. And GG. Yeah, so aggressive. So aggressive. But yeah, if he got into the Tendon turn with this Linlin, actually might have been some rough turns for us when he becomes a 7k leader for the turn. Or if he was able to high pass a Katakuri blocker. Like once we are at 8 Don and then goes back to him, he can play on multiple of those Katakuri blockers if he had them. And that would be pretty hard to get through, especially as we're burning on resources. We got Law. I will say, ooh, interesting. Not a great hand. Not a great hand. We can't even like buff Zeus. So that's actually good that we got the Koala, just to have something to play out. But obviously Law still is a deck that can run the 8-cost kids. So don't know if I want to just have no Koala out. Picks up the Bonnie blocker. He swings at me. We get to put you out. We'll get rid of this Lindbergh to play out that Lindbergh. Very nice to KO that. Right. I do want to keep Morley out. So we'll go buff, buff, buff. Fair enough, I guess. You know, I'll count that. He did not... he actually had some counter, but that was going to be a very aggressive turn. And if we did have Karasu, which he didn't see that we played, okay. I was probably just gonna... I was gonna play out the Morley, right? But let's see. He only had like 5k counter in hand. So a couple of these might have gone through. And then Morley to kind of finish it off the following turn. I don't know. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Got purple Luffy. We will mulligan. Yeah, sometimes it just comes down to Belo Betty getting a body out of life. Like it's just too much to handle, truthfully. This is a rough hand, I will say. We'll see if he swings at us. What he plays out. Okay, then a 3-cost character. He's playing a Zoro Zoro. We cannot trigger this out, so we keep that in hand. Yeah, Zoro Zoro. We'll just go 5 at life. Play out Lindbergh, I guess. Yeah, really rough start, but he takes the 5, which is kind of interesting. Because obviously, maybe he has a 9 mom. For us, he has 7 now. Does he just go Luffy Taro? Well, I think a lot of the decks don't even play that much anymore. Oh, well, that... Interesting. Interesting. What does he pick up? Rush Sanji. Does he swing? No, he doesn't. We can just be mean and go here. Take top. Get rid of you. Let's pitch you for you and you. And that's it. Let's go... So we're going to get rid of the Bon Clay with that. I kind of want to just play out a Karasu blocker or just a Morley. Do I survive? I think so. Let's go 6 of life. Okay. Let's go another 6 of life. Hopefully we can get down to 2 life. Let's go boom. KOU. Cool. Go Morley and pass. So he's at 2 life. If he 9 moms us... That's fair enough. I really don't know what Luffy lists are looking like nowadays. I think they've changed a lot to like 8-cost Katakuri. Some of the secret rare. 9 mom, I guess, because that just works so well with the 8-cost Katakuri. I could keep this. Are the swings going to get bigger? Probably. 10 Don. Like, I don't know if he plays out anything for 10 Don. That's what I... Well, I don't know if he was going to just go 5. Is he leaving up 2 for Giant? He could be leaving up 2 for Giant. Man, this is rough. Like... We'll take the Ivankov. Do I even want to play out the Ivankov, or do I just want to swing like quite large? Truthfully, I don't know. I'd like to go wide here. I think I can't be. Actually, I think I can be greedy. Buff, 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 buff. Can I be greedy? Let's go here. I don't think I can be greedy. Now that I'm thinking about it. Let's go. 8 at life. Get rid of nothing. At least we are swinging over the Katakuri by 1k with all of our attacks. He's gianting for the 8k. Makes sense if he doesn't have counter. Let's go 8 at life. And then this is unblockable. So maybe he was looking for counter to counter out of the Morley. Okay. Goes that. Fair enough. Go 8 at life, unblockable. Does he giant again to go down to 6? Because then he'll be not at 10 Don anymore. I don't know. I think you just take this and hope to... I don't know. Because I know he has the Rush Sanji that rests the 6. He hasn't counted out with that yet, right? So if I played out a single Karasu, right, it's just going to get rested. I'm just hoping these swings go here and we have enough to... Well, no, if he plays out the Sanji, then he can get rid of another body, which would be annoying. Yep, there's the Sanji. Probably get rid of my... Oh, my Belo Betty. I guess because it's a free swing from the Zoro. Yeah. I mean, I would have tried to get rid of my Morley. There's a lot of Don. What saves you here? Probably not swinging at me. The fact that we have found no Karasu is also... I think that's like a downside to having less stage. And also not having any of our take a life. Well, we use Zeus. Mainly like the 5 cost Ivankov or like Koala. Because I think those can kind of make up for not having stage in a way. Just passes. Interesting. Let's go. That's a significant amount of Don. Oh my lord. Okay. Let's pitch you. Go boom bam boom. Let's just cheat out the you. Let's go 10 Ivankov. I'm there's no way he goes down to like 0 life here, but I'm just trying to, because then I can go 9 10 10. I don't know. I should win like 9 first. I just have all 10s here. But unblockable 15. He might have the counter. He might have like several Gum Gum Giants. That's the thing. He might just have all of the Gum Gum Giants. Or we might have baited him into... Oh no, he definitely has a lot of Gum Gum Giants. But this only puts him up to 8k. He could have... I mean, he left up 4 Don for a reason, right? A 0 cost. Another Giant. Go up to 15. So he's going to be at 6 Don. 16. Okay, jeez Louise. There you go. All right. I should have swung the 5 first to get out of a 2k, right? Yeah, should have done that. I just got way too ahead of myself. He still had the counter. Yep, GG. Holy. Because I don't think we're getting a Karsu out of life to save us, right? Unless he mistakenly goes for our board. I don't know. We saw too many Karsus. 5, we'll counter 1 and just die. That's crazy. He's got saved. A 4K leader got out of a 15K. That is wild. GG. He still had another 2K and a 1K. Holy. Yeah, so even if I went 5 first with life, we would not have got it. That is crazy. A 15 against a 4K leader doesn't get us there with only like 6 cards in hand. Right? 7 cards in hand. How many did he have? I don't know. That is wild. Unfortunate that we just didn't have Karsu out earlier. Right? That really hurt. That really hurt for sure. Oh, we got Bonnie. This is a pretty rough matchup, I'd say, but it's not unwinnable. We're going first. Sure. Let's pull out the Ivankov. It's a pretty good pick from that. Hopefully they search. Nice. So we can Kuma to get rid of that. And then just swing 5 at the leader. They get a Cavendish. We don't have the setup to get rid of that, unfortunately. We have stage. That's perfect. Let's go 5 at life. What do I pitch for this? Maybe a Karsu blocker, because the rush could come in handy. I don't have any koalas. I don't have Limburg. I don't have Karsu. This is just rough. Yeah, rough time. I think we'll just go super wide with the, let's go here, boom. We'll just go super wide with our Ivankovs. That obviously helps. If we can't get any of our pieces, maybe we'll find them off the Ivankov. Don't know. We'll see for Dawn. Do they have a play? Or did they just not swing at me? I don't know if Bonnie lists are like running the Arouge 4-cost blocker or not anymore. Just Tashigi. Interesting. 5 at us. We'll take... Oh, Koala. Cool. That is... We'll pitch 1 for that. Like what? Why are they all together? They're all together. That is crazy. They're all together. I think we'll still go Ivankov. Yeah. Boom, you. We'll pitch this Ivankov to buff. Let's go just a 5 at life. That's the thing, like, do you want to rest one of these to get rid of them the following turn, or do you want to get out of a 5k swing? We'll see. Unfortunately, the Tashigi does save Cavendish from, like, a Koala KO with Lindbergh, right? But at this point, we would just kind of want Koala for 8-cost give. That comes out. We'll see if he takes. He counters out 2k. Interesting. Then we'll go 5 again. So next turn, we can play the Karsu off of Koala. Because more than likely, we're just going to lose these 2 cards. Either to like a Carrot, which would be annoying. But I do like the fact that he countered out a 2k. I just feel like we haven't drawn into key pieces we need to. We got very lucky with the stage, to be honest. But realistically, I would have liked to obviously gone second and gotten rid of that Tashigi out on this turn by already having a Lindbergh out. I don't know. It's a decent target, but because now we can't even get rid of the Cavendish, right? We'll see if he swings with the Tashigi, because honestly, I would most likely ignore it at this point and just push for as much game as possible. But yeah, we can get rid of, if we top deck a koala or search with it, the 2K. Ooh, interesting. Just going for my face. Well, that's fair. But see that the problem is we can't get rid of the Toshigi and also KO. Wait, no, she's rested, so she can't save him. Yeah, you can't save him. You can't save him. But then I can't play out Koala. Kept up so much Dawn. Because, okay, so the difference is getting rid of Cavendish, right? I think I want to use that, right? We're going to go here. We're going to go... That's too much, honestly. No, I can go Ivankov into Karasu, play out you, just hardcast. Yeah, because I don't know if I need this koala right now because I'm kind of wide already. Let's buff. Buff. Let's go here, play out you. Then go here, play out you, go you. Go you, KO you. Yay! Now, to be honest, I'd just rest this 9k power, but like there's such an argument to just rest the Karasu to get rid of it. I don't know. We'll see. It's a big deal, right? It depends on what's his hand. It depends what is in his hand. He can't 8-cost Kid now. Next turn, if he had Cavendish on board, he could have 8-cost Kid. Ooh, he chose to... I guess we'll just get him down to 1 life. Rest leader. Cool. Okay. Either way, you're probably going to take one of the swings. But yeah, now you can't 8-cost Kid because you won't have Don to put on the Kid and for leader building. Whereas if you had Cavendish, you get to do it a turn early. So on 8 Don, he could have. And we established our wide board. He can't really use Toshigi to swing into either of these bodies. So hopefully we at least have like 5 swings going into next turn. Even if he puts up blockers and has really big hand, maybe we'll get it. If not, it is a toss-up. It's hard. It is a hard matchup. Bonnie has a lot of defense. But yeah, you see from these games just how important finding the Karasu is. So truly, I don't know. Like having more of the stage just feels so consistent and it feels really nice. And it's always a card you can pitch for leadability too. Again, obviously the list worked out well, but we'll see. Just a Cavendish. Okay. Honestly, I'm glad he just has 1 less K counter in hand now, I think. I don't know. We don't have any power reduction, but we're hoping just to win this next turn. Making him a 4K leader. Having options to rush out something. We'll have 9 Dawn, so we can swing pretty high no matter where we go. Honestly, I would have kept that in hand. Because now we can swing 5. Ooh, 5. I think we'll save here. We can save everything now, technically. Because if we draw something, we can always trash it for... Okay. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we got this, right? Full board. We will... Buff. Buff. Doesn't really matter. Let's just go. Boom, bam. We'll see what he rests. But now we have 6 swings at a 4K leader. I'm going to use stage to try and find another Karasu. Honestly, I don't think it matters. I think it actually will help technically. Yeah, hold on. So we can go here. It's just free, right? And then we can just go 15 at 3, you know? Even if you have this in hand and this in hand, this is kind of an insane deal, right? That is just too much. GG. Yeah, he had the kid, so if he had Cavendish the turn before and was able to establish the 8-cost kid, we would have been in a little bit of trouble, right? We could have made the kid a 7k for the turn. But the fact that he didn't have any blockers, he only had Dashigi, that's actually very unfortunate, right? He didn't have any blockers to play off of the 8-cost kid, so I just would have kept the Dashigi in hand. I think he was thinking of, because I got rid of the Cavendish before, but honestly at that point, my board is full. I'm just going for game, you know, but GG. But those are some games, win or lose. I think obviously it just shows how strong Karasu is, and finding that card is like your be all end all for some matches. I know we didn't get to play against any up Luffy. I really didn't see it a lot on the sim. I apologize, right? But yeah, congrats again to everyone who topped with Belo Betty recently. Again, it's a nice deck in regards that it's very cheap to get into if you're somebody who's newer at the game or looking to play a new deck. It's very cheap to invest in, even though it did fairly well. There's like not much these cards can go up in price, as they are all rares, uncommons, and some commons for the most part. Again, a couple of SRs, but and the promo. I'm so curious to see how much this promo Sabo is. Okay, I see one of them on TCG Player for like 20 bucks. So yeah, that is unfortunate. But it's not even maybe that this deck is doing well, but it's just the fact that it's a promo. I don't really know where it's from or if there's different versions, but yeah, that'd probably be the most expensive card in the deck for sure by a mile. Still looking at not an insane price deck for something that contend in the meta and win regionals, right? But yeah, let me know what you think of this list. Again, congrats to the players. I would like to make room for stage, truthfully, but I get some of the mindset of, like, for me in looking at this list, to cut for like maybe 2 more copies of stage, I'd probably cut a Morley and maybe, I don't know, maybe a koala to make like 1 and 1 to make 3 copies, because the stage kind of makes up for that loss of the Morley and the koala. But truthfully, just having an extra chance that this is one of your life cards can be like the win or lose of a matchup. Like you've seen, there's just times where the first card out of the Belo Betty's life is one of these that just plays out by trashing a card, and that kind of just means you've lost, which is very, very hard to deal with. Like, just that extra swing early on getting you down lower is pretty crazy. As you see in a lot of matchups, our opponent just doesn't swing at us because they're afraid of those bodies coming out, which is why this Sabo and Koala, and in kind of turn this Ivankov, are very, very good, getting us some resources, playing out extra bodies either out of our deck so our hand size doesn't go down, or getting life to our hand. It's very nice. But yeah, very fun leader, very aggressive, very much like a glass cannon. Either you win or lose by like 10 Don. Let me know what you think. Have you been playing Belo Betty? Are you looking forward to playing her after seeing some of the tournaments? Let me know in the comments. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and hope to see you on the next one. Bye bye.